such a cool idea to build. Why didn't I figure it out myself? Let's learn how to build a secret house.
Round 1.
I think secret houses are some of the most creative builds in Minecraft because they combine architecture with clever disguise instead of relying only on impressive size. Rather than constructing an ordinary building in an open field, I decide to hide my base inside a giant birch tree. Before any secret rooms can exist, the tree itself has to look convincing, so I carefully shape a thick trunk and surround the upper section with plenty of birch leaves to create a full, natural-looking canopy. Trees have always been one of the best hiding places in both games and real life, because people rarely expect something unusual to be concealed inside something so familiar. Camouflage works by making an object blend into its surroundings instead of drawing attention, and many animals survive in nature using exactly the same principle. Secret architecture follows a similar idea. The best hidden entrance isn't necessarily the strongest one. It's the one that nobody notices in the first place. To create the entrance, I use chiseled bits to carve an opening directly into the trunk without destroying the tree's natural appearance. That allows me to hide a ladder leading downward while keeping the outside almost completely unchanged. Mods like chiseled bits dramatically expand what's possible in Minecraft because they let builders work with tiny portions of blocks rather than whole cubes. This makes it possible to create details, hidden passages, and smooth shapes that would normally be impossible in vanilla Minecraft, opening the door to an entirely different style of architectural creativity. Phew, it took so much effort. Great, my secret house is ready.
Hello?
Hey, Carrie, look! I built it! Do you like?
No.
What? Does a lone tree look too suspicious?
Oh.
You're right! I should have added more worms nearby. Maybe then you'll try to build the best secret house yourself.
Yay!
They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready?
Yahoo!
Then go ahead.
Round 2.
I'm curious about what Carrie is building because, from a distance, it doesn't resemble a house at all. She starts by arranging obsidian blocks into a tall, rectangular frame, making the structure look strangely familiar, but I can't quite figure out her plan yet. Obsidian has always been one of Minecraft's most iconic materials thanks to its incredible durability and distinctive dark purple appearance. In the game, it's famous for being one of the toughest blocks to mine, requiring a diamond or netherite pickaxe and taking much longer to break than ordinary stone. That incredible strength makes it a natural choice for structures that are meant to feel ancient, mysterious, or almost indestructible. Even before the build reveals its true purpose, the obsidian alone creates an atmosphere that immediately stands out from ordinary construction materials. As the frame is finished, Carrie doesn't activate it like a normal nether portal. Instead, she begins extending the obsidian behind it, creating a smooth passage that leads downward beneath the ground. That's when I realize the frame isn't meant for traveling to another dimension at all. It's simply the entrance to a hidden underground house. It's a clever example of using expectations against the viewer. Most Minecraft players instantly associate an obsidian frame with the nether, so very few people would suspect that the portal is actually hiding a completely different secret. Designers often use this psychological trick in games by placing familiar objects in unexpected situations. Because players believe they already understand what they're looking at, they're much less likely to investigate further. Sometimes the best disguise isn't making something invisible, it's making it appear completely ordinary. Once underground, Carrie transforms the hidden space into a surprisingly comfortable room instead of leaving it as a simple tunnel. She begins with a smooth stone floor before covering the walls and ceiling with spruce planks, creating a warm contrast against the cold obsidian entrance above. Choosing different materials for different parts of a structure is a common architectural technique because each one helps establish a particular mood. Stone often suggests stability and permanence, while wood naturally makes interiors feel warmer and more welcoming. Even in real underground buildings, designers frequently combine solid structural materials with wooden finishes to prevent enclosed spaces from feeling harsh or uncomfortable. The change in materials also makes the secret base feel like a true home, rather than just a hidden bunker carved beneath the surface. Now that the room itself is complete, Carrie fills it with everything needed for everyday survival. She places a bed, a bedside table, a lamp, chests, a furnace, a brewing stand, and a cauldron filled with water, turning the compact space into a fully functional base. One of the defining features of a successful survival house isn't its size, but how efficiently it uses the available space. Builders often think in terms of functionality, arranging essential equipment so that everything remains within easy reach. Small homes, underground shelters, and mountain bases frequently rely on the same principle because every block matters when working inside a limited area. A carefully planned layout can make even a tiny room feel practical, proving that thoughtful organization is often more important than having a huge amount of space. The finishing touch is what makes the entire concept work. Instead of leaving the entrance exposed, Carrie disguises the portal using special portal blocks and a portal door from the mod, making the secret house blend naturally into what appears to be an ordinary nether portal. Camouflage is one of the oldest ideas in both architecture and nature. Military structures, hidden shelters, and even many wild animals survive by appearing to be something else rather than by becoming completely invisible. Secret Minecraft bases follow exactly the same principle. The goal isn't to remove the entrance, but to hide it in plain sight, allowing people to walk past without ever questioning what they're seeing. It's a clever reminder that the most effective hiding place isn't always the deepest underground. Sometimes, it's the one that's been sitting right in front of everyone's eyes all along.
Ta-da! Yay!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey guys, what's all that noise?
Carrie and I are building a secret house, JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Carrie.
Yes, there are a couple of comments. Due to the fact that there are many more obsidian blocks behind your portal, the entrance to your house looks suspicious.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe you will build a secret house?
Okay, then let's run to the place.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
But?
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. Round 3. I want this secret house to remain completely invisible from the surface. So instead of building upward, I begin by creating a massive circular excavation beneath the ground with the help of commands. Large underground spaces would normally take an enormous amount of time to dig out block by block, which is exactly why experienced builders often automate repetitive tasks before focusing on the creative parts of a project. Once the excavation is complete, I leave only a thin layer of grass blocks above, preserving the natural landscape almost perfectly. From the outside, the terrain still looks untouched, except for a small 2x2 opening in the middle. One of the biggest advantages of building underground is that every level naturally leads the visitor deeper into the secret base. So I install a spiral staircase that winds gracefully from the bottom all the way to the surface. Reaching the surface shouldn't reveal the entrance, so I seal the opening with special ghost blocks from the mod. From above, they look exactly like ordinary grass-covered ground, yet anyone who knows the secret can simply walk straight through them. It's a brilliant example of deceptive architecture, where appearance and function intentionally don't match. Illusions like this have fascinated architects, magicians, and game designers for centuries because they challenge what people believe they already understand. Although commands handle most of the large-scale construction, I still spend time replacing the rough stone around the chamber with blocks of purple pylon by hand wherever necessary. Automation is excellent for repetitive work, but the final quality of a build still depends on careful refinement. Many professional builders describe this stage as polishing the project, where broad shapes are already finished and attention shifts toward improving the atmosphere through material selection. Purple pylon blocks completely transform the underground space, replacing ordinary cave walls with a much more mysterious and futuristic appearance. Color has a surprisingly strong influence on how players perceive architecture. Cooler tones often make environments feel technological or magical, while warmer materials create a sense of comfort. Introducing vivid purple into the design immediately separates this hidden base from a natural cave, making it feel like a carefully engineered secret headquarters instead of an abandoned underground tunnel. Once the stone has been replaced, I use commands again to construct the surrounding walls from the same purple pylon blocks, ensuring the entire chamber shares one consistent architectural style. Consistency is one of the foundations of professional design because repeating the same material palette helps every part of a structure feel connected. Imagine a building where every wall uses completely different colors and textures. It would quickly become confusing and visually overwhelming. Architects often limit themselves to a small selection of materials so that the eye can focus on proportions, lighting, and layout instead of constantly adapting to new patterns. The same principle applies here. By allowing purple pylon blocks to dominate the interior, the underground base develops a unique identity that feels deliberate rather than random. Every wall now contributes to the same atmosphere, turning the hidden chamber into a place that looks sophisticated, cohesive, and unlike anything visible on the surface. Suspending the lighting from the ceiling completely changes the feeling of the underground base, so I hang sturdy chains overhead before attaching elegant chandeliers beneath them. Lighting does much more than simply make a room brighter. Architects carefully plan where light comes from because it influences how large, welcoming, or dramatic a space feels. Hanging fixtures are especially useful in tall rooms because they fill empty vertical space while naturally drawing attention upward. Chains also add a subtle industrial touch that contrasts beautifully with the smooth purple pylon walls. Instead of placing light sources randomly around the room, the chandeliers become part of the architecture itself, proving that functional elements can also serve as decorative features. Even underground, thoughtful lighting makes the secret base feel less like a cave and more like a carefully designed home, built with both comfort and style in mind. It's time for the furniture. A secret house isn't truly complete until it becomes comfortable enough to live in, so I finally turn my attention to the interior. Hidden bases are interesting because they combine two completely different goals. On one hand, they must remain invisible to everyone on the surface. On the other, once you're inside, they should feel just as practical and welcoming as any ordinary home. That's why interior planning becomes just as important as constructing the hidden entrance. A successful base isn't measured by how difficult it is to find, but by how enjoyable it is to use every time you return. I begin furnishing the room with a beautiful canopy bed, placing a bedside table and a lamp nearby to create a cozy sleeping corner. Canopy beds have existed for hundreds of years, originally serving a practical purpose by helping retain warmth and providing privacy in large, drafty rooms. Today, they're often associated with luxury, making them a perfect choice for transforming a secret underground chamber into an elegant, personal retreat. Decoration can completely change the personality of a room, so I bring in a few anvils topped with leafy plants to introduce some greenery into the underground space. At first glance, metal and plants seem like an unusual combination, yet builders often experiment with unexpected block pairings to create custom decorations that don't exist as official furniture. Minecraft encourages this kind of creativity because many decorative pieces are built from ordinary blocks used in unconventional ways. Interior designers also rely on contrast to make spaces feel more balanced. Hard materials such as stone and metal naturally complement softer organic elements like leaves and plants, preventing a room from feeling too cold or mechanical. Even though this base lies deep beneath the surface, a touch of greenery makes it feel much more alive while adding welcome color to the purple surroundings. Knowledge and craftsmanship deserve their own dedicated corner, so I arrange bookshelves around an enchanting table before continuing with another section of the wall. Libraries have symbolized learning for centuries, and in Minecraft, bookshelves serve a similar role by unlocking the full potential of enchanting. It's a clever game mechanic because it turns an ordinary room into a place where preparation and progression happen side by side. The enchanting table itself has become one of the most recognizable decorative blocks in Minecraft thanks to its floating book and magical animation. Even players who don't immediately need enchantments often include one simply because it gives the room a sense of mystery and purpose. Combining books with magical equipment also reflects a familiar fantasy theme, where knowledge and power are closely connected. With the workspace taking shape, I continue organizing the practical side of the base by placing different kinds of storage, a crafting table, and furnaces before finishing another section of the wall. Storage is one of the most important parts of any long-term survival base because collecting resources quickly becomes impossible without a well-organized system. Experienced players often separate their materials into different chests so that valuable items, building blocks, tools, and food are always easy to find. Efficient organization doesn't just save time. It also makes large projects much more enjoyable because less time is spent searching for supplies. Workshops in real life follow the same principle, where carefully arranged tools allow people to focus on creating instead of constantly looking for equipment. A well-planned workspace turns even a compact room into an incredibly productive environment. The final touches transform the chamber from a functional shelter into a place that genuinely feels like home. I add a television, wardrobes for clothes and shoes, a comfortable sofa, complete the last section of the wall, and finish the floor with carpets made from magenta and pink wool. Interior designers often describe soft furnishings as the elements that give a room its personality because they're responsible for warmth, color, and comfort rather than structure. Carpets also help define different areas inside an open room, subtly separating places for relaxing, working, and sleeping without building additional walls. The bright shades of magenta and pink create a striking contrast against the darker purple architecture, making the entire underground base feel more vibrant and inviting. Hidden beneath an ordinary patch of grass is a home that's not only secret, but also thoughtfully designed from floor to ceiling. I add the finishing touches to the surface by using bone meal to encourage natural growth, turning the empty areas into a more lively environment with grass and flowers. In Minecraft, bone meal works as a simple representation of how nutrients help plants grow faster in nature. Great! My secret house is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
What?
Wow, JJ, you've got an incredible secret house. I would never have found it if I hadn't fallen into it myself, huh?
Thank you guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you liked the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like bye-bye.
Wow, that's such a cool idea to build. Why didn't I figure it out myself? Let's learn how to build a torch. Mikey, round. I'm starting construction. To make the base beautiful, I build a torch shaft from a mixture of oak, spruce, and birch planks. This is an important trick for beginners. If you use different boards mixed together, the torch handle looks textured and antique, like real wood, and not just like a boring stick. I raise the pole higher so that it can be seen from afar. I put gray wool on top of the tree and then white wool. This is an imitation of a burnt-out wick. Ashes and the beginning of smoke. Now let's rock! I build a fire out of yellow and orange wool, randomly mixing blocks to make the flame look alive and hot. I also add cobwebs on top to make realistic smoke rising towards the clouds.
Come on!
Phew, it took so much effort. Great, my torch is ready. Hey, Banana Kid, look! I built it. Do Do you like? What? Is my torch too simple? Do you think I should at least make a house in it? It's a pity, but I tried so hard. Maybe then you'll try to build a better torch yourself. They ran to the place. This is where your building will be. Are you ready? Then, go ahead.
Okay, everybody, let's go!
Nice. Oh yeah.
Oh, come on!
Nice. Cool.
Oh my!
Oh my god.
Go, go, go!
Where did everyone run off to? Hey guys, what's all that noise?
Banana Kid and I are building a torch, JJ. Who did it better?
Oh, both of your buildings look great, but I think it's up to the audience to decide who did the best.
Yes, JJ, you're right. Maybe then you have comments on the construction of Banana Kid?
Yes, there are a couple of comments. Your torch turned out to be very square even for Minecraft. You should have worked more with the different blocks to portray the different colors.
I totally agree with you, JJ. Maybe you'll build a torch?
Okay, then let's run to the place as soon as possible.
JJ, good luck to you. We'll wait in the house.
Thanks, guys. Then I'm starting. JJ round. To build this complex architectural object, I will need different wooden blocks to create a deep and realistic texture. I'm starting construction. The base is the foundation of the whole composition. So first I put up oak planks, forming the perimeter. I'm starting to build the torch base, but so that it doesn't look flat and boring, I immediately add spruce boards here. The dark spruce creates excellent shade and visual weight. Now, I'm starting to build the torch shaft itself up. The technique of random texturing is used here. I intentionally alternate different wooden blocks during construction. I'm building an approximate 10 by 5 block square, but avoiding straight lines and symmetry in the coloring. Almost every corner and face of the shaft is a different color, because in nature, a tree is never monotonous. I add tropical boards to the oak and spruce. Their pinkish hue perfectly matches the fire theme, adding warmth even at the handle stage. This process requires time and attention. I lift the walls row by row, constantly changing the blocks in my hand. The oak is the base, the spruce is the darkened areas and cracks, and the tropical tree is the glare of light. This noisy texture allows a giant object to look detailed, even if viewed from afar.
Oh my.
If I used only one type of wood, the torch would look like a simple stick, and we achieve the effect of an ancient, massive artifact. I continue to increase the height. Making sure that the spots of color do not form obvious stripes, but look like a natural pattern of wood fibers. The height of the structure is critically important because the torch must be proportional, a long handle, and a powerful pommel. Having finished with the wooden part, we move on to the heart of the flame. I put redstone blocks on top. They will give an internal glow and serve as a hot base. Now, I'm starting to build the torch itself. To show the temperature, I use a gradient. I put white chroma blocks on top, since the center of the flame is always the hottest and whitest, as well as red ones in front, where the temperature drops. At the back, I build it with red concrete for color density and yellow chrome blocks to create transitions. Now layering, I put yellow blocks over the red chrome blocks and red concrete over the yellow ones.
Oh, okay.
I put red chrome blocks over the white ones. And white blocks over the red concrete. This creates a complex, iridescent pattern of fire. But fire is not a solid object. It needs transparency and volume. So, now, I am building the flame of the torch with red glass. This stage is extremely important for realism. By applying glass on top of solid blocks, we create the effect of depth and aura. Glass allows you to soften the harsh transitions between the colors of concrete, making the flame visually soft and fluid. I cover the structure layer by layer, forming the outer shell of the fire. Red glass works as a filter, combining all the internal colors into a single scale and creating the illusion that the fire glows from within. Due to the transparency, the structure does not look like a heavy lump, but seems light and airy, like a real plasma.
Oh, wow!
Now the dynamics. I start building sparks from a torch made of glass from above. I arrange the glass cubes in a chaotic manner, imitating the physics of hot air lifting particles up. Sparks should not hang in one solid wall. They should break away from the main flame. I place the blocks at different heights and at different distances from each other, creating the effect of an instant snapshot of flying embers. This adds movement and life to the building. It seems that the wind is fanning the flames. This technique visually dissolves the tip of the torch in the sky, freeing us from clear boundaries. The exterior finish is ready. Now, the functionality. I'm making my way inside because it's going to be an apartment building. From below, I changed the blocks of land to oak and spruce floorboards. And build the second floor of the building inside according to the same principle, using a mix of wood for the ceilings. Now, I'm going higher. The third floor, here I additionally use tropical boards to diversify the interior. I am building the fourth, fifth, and sixth floors, making maximum use of the vertical space of the tower. I make sure to make convenient passages between all floors. To move around, I put up a stylish black staircase that contrasts with the wood. I am removing the passage to the sixth floor, leaving it as a technical space under the dome itself. I put secure doors at the entrance. time for furniture. The first floor is an entrance hall. I put a sofa, a shoe cabinet, a lamp for comfort, and hang paintings on the wall. On the second floor, there is a bedroom. I put a bed, a bedside table, and a lamp, as well as anvils with foliage for decoration. A little greenery enlivens the interior. On the third floor, we have a dressing room. I put spacious closets for clothes and shoes, as well as a dressing table with a mirror. There will be a magic area on the 5th floor. And on the 4th floor, there is a living room, a large TV, and a sofa. I also hang a painting on the wall. Great! My thoughtful and detailed torch is ready. It's time for me to show it to the guys.
Wow, JJ, you've got a really great torch. You've made the most realistic torch you can build in Minecraft.
Thank you guys. I am very glad that you liked my building. Friends, be sure to write in the comments whose building you liked the most. Well, I think it's time for us to finish.
Yes, JJ, you're right.
Subscribe and like. Bye-bye.